America, this is Kathy Zavanya and my co-anchor Melanie Nakamura, live from Britain, here to tell you about the not-so-good mornings Europe has been having.
Yes, quite breaking news we have here, and only here, on IKM-WII.
Certainly, Melanie. Okay, let's get down to business. It all started May 10, 1940.
This was the beginning of Hitler's spreading stampede over the liberties of the European people. Codenamed Case Yellow, Hitler's plan of attack comprised of an armored offensive through the Ardennes forest in Belgium. This allowed Hitler to bypass the strong French frontier defenses of the Maginot Line.
During World War I, the French had suffered massive casualties, so this time around, the French changed their frontal attacks and remained defensive. Later on, the French decided to focus on offensive warfare. The Maginot Line was one of the new tactics the French used during World War II. The Maginot Line replaced the trenches from World War I and included a sophisticated series of fortifications that were expected to protect France's frontier with Germany, but did not cover the Franco-Belgian frontier, which is what ultimately allowed Germany to really overwhelm France.
Back to World War II, Germany's advance threatened to encircle French and British divisions in the north. Despite the strong French and Belgian resistance, the Germans were able to march through the Ardennes with success. This caught the French by surprise, as they were not prepared or equipped to fight back. After just 4 days, the Germans crossed over the Meuse River and broke through the French lines. Meanwhile, the Allies' attempts to counterattack in the air and land failed with heavy losses.
The German breakthrough to the south forced the British Expeditionary Force and the best units of the French army to retreat to avoid being cut off with their backs to the sea. Luckily, the evacuation plan, Operation Dynamo, evacuated 200,000 British and 140,000 French troops to England via civilian vessels on the Channel. On June 5th, the Germans swung southwards and the French resistance finally collapsed. On June 14th, the French capital fell, provoking the flight of the French government to Bordeaux. And now here's Irene with the French evacuee to talk about his experiences during his country's unfortunate flight.
Hi, my name is Irene. I'm here reporting today from Britain. Today is June 19, 1940. Here right next to me is one of Paris's most renowned bakers, Pierre-Jean Valjean, Anne Hathaway Rodriguez, Montoya Lapierre de Francois. Thank you for joining me today. Can you tell me about your country's fall?
Oh yes, I can tell you much about that. So I was in my bakery. Baking, as always, just baking away. But then on the telemarketer, people say that the Germans were coming. And I'm like, whoa, dude, you lied, dude. But then I look, and then I see Nazis outside my window. Nazis! Oh my God. They came, and they conquered, and France has fallen. You know, we expected our troops to be able to hold them off. But they were engaged in the phony war. The phony war, I keep telling them. You losers, you're going to lose. Nazis were just too good, I am so sorry. Yes.
Yeah, yes, they were very good.
Yes, they were very good. You know, I'm sorry to break down on national television or whatever this is, because it's 1942.
1940, you mean?
1940, whatever.
Okay, so, well, what else do you remember about what happened to your country?
My country, I feel disgrace for my country. I feel disgrace for all of France. How could they lose to some Nazis, you know? You had to stand up, but no, they waved that white flag. Oh, we surrender. And I'm like, oh, you wimps. You wimps. You know? But I do have some respect left for some of the French soldiers, because my cousin, oh, Francois. Francois. Oh. Excusez-moi, madame.
Okay.
You know, I'm sorry, it's just that I had a cousin in the French military at the time. He didn't make it. No, I just hope If you're up there, Francois, I hope you're eating some of my baguettes. Because I loved you, cousin. And I will never stop loving you. Excuse me, I'm having a moment here.
Well, I'm trying to help you have a moment. Have you tried burning one of your baguettes? They say if you burn your baguettes, the ashes will go up and, your cousin can eat them.
I don't even want to hear it right now. Okay? I do not want to hear it right now.
We can talk about your bakery instead. So how did all this fighting affect your bakery?
Oh, well, obviously, since the Nazis came and took over France, I had to leave France. Because they do not want baguettes there. They do not want the pamplemousse there. They don't want le pomme there. They don't want anything because they all, ooh, we have the Wiener Schnitzel. Ooh, we have whatever this other German stuff is, So they kicked me out of France. They didn't kick me out of France. They were going to kill me if I stayed there. I was going to be so bad there. Bad situation for my family. So I took my family and I took them over to Britain. And, or how we, l'Angleterre. That's what we call it. So I came over, and obviously I am in a much better situation than I was in Nazi France.
Yes, you're not
much better.
dead.
Yes.
Yes.
I am not dead, and I keep selling baguettes here, but not many people want them because they like their tea. Tea doesn't go well with baguettes.
Yeah. Tea's a lot better than the baguettes.
What? Stick to the script, Missy.
So, what did the French troops do after that?
Oh, well, after they lost, I think that some civilians, they were taken to Germany on some civilian boats. Is that correct?
I don't know if this is your account.
Oh, it is. Okay, I forgot. Well, I'm sorry. We're gonna take a small intermission so I can use my baguette. 2 seconds. That's it. Okay.
So, sir, what did the French troops do after that?
After France fell, it was a disgrace for everyone. I could not stay there. My baguettes would not sell. My family was in danger of being killed. It was a horrible experience, so I had to go. And I jumped on the boat to l'Angleterre here, as you American people call it. England. Yeah. I came here to protect my babies, to protect my family, and to keep the hope that one day Nazi France will belong to the French people, and we will take back Paris and take back all of the beautiful land that we own. Because Hitler, that's his name, right? That's what people are calling him? This man named Hitler, this German, Austrian, whatever the hell he is, I don't know. He thinks he could take over Europe. But I got faith in my homie, Winston Churchill, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and Joseph Stalin, not so much, a little bit, no. But the Nazis will not win this war. They will not win Europe. They will not take over Europe. They will perish. And I will be one of the people that will say, Vive la France! Vive la France!
Okay, and now back to Melanie.
Sorry. Justin, more news on what's going on with Hitler.
On June 17, 1940, the Fed signed an armistice quitting World War II, leaving Britain alone against Germany's military.
Codename Operation Sea Lion, Hitler planned to invade Britain. The German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, was led by Hermann Göring. The Luftwaffe had previously suffered losses in the West and had little knowledge of British vulnerabilities. The Air Force only consisted of short-range planes and had unfamiliarity with the land. These were both huge disadvantages to Germany.
On the other hand, Britain's Royal Air Force, also known as the RAF, was headed by Sir Hugh Dowding's fighter command. The RAF had an effective defense system, first-rate fighter pilots, a radar system to detect enemies, and a strong military leader. Between August 13th and 15th, the Luftwaffe abandoned the radar sites and attacked the RAF air bases.
The Luftwaffe then changed its approach to extreme attacks on London. Their first attack on September 7th was successful, but their second attack on September 15th failed. Britain fought back in huge numbers and was able to successfully shoot down the Germans.
The Luftwaffe planes weren't the only things shot down that day. The morality of the German bomber crew also suffered. The climax of the battle was on September 15th. During the 12-week battle, the Luftwaffe lost 1,733 aircraft, compared to Britain losing 915 fighters.
6 weeks later, on September 17th, Hitler permanently postponed the invasion of Britain. German bombs continued to attack Britain's cities in an attempt to disrupt production and tear down the citizens' morale. Good morning, Monarchs. This is Melanie.
And this is Irene.
And this is MI with the MA and the AM. Get it? Melanie and Irene. MI. MA. Monarch Academy. Student activities. Croquet Club. Are you looking for a jolly good time in the sun with some friends? The Croquet Club cordially invites you to join them for some croquet tomorrow after school in the courtyard. Vive la France. The Netflix Club will be showing Les Mis today after school. The FBLB Club will be holding a meeting today to discuss Britain's growing economy.
Athletics. Yesterday's rugby match was quite a success, as the Monarchs were victorious with a 3-1 score. Congratulations. Other news. The French club will be selling baguettes in the courtyard tomorrow during lunch for
9, 9, 9.
Good morning, Monarchs. This is Melanie.
This is an
This is MI with the MA waiting them for some croquet tomorrow.
This is KI with the
Putting World War II. Leaving. During World War I, the French had suffered massive casualties. On June 17, 1940, the French signed an armistice.